I've heard from several people at these convenience stores that are selling the Montana Millionaire tickets, you can't get gas right now because the parking lot all around them is full. Out of Blue Basket, they're parked on the road.
You God.
The Breakfast Flakes podcast brought to you by the Blue Cat Bar and Grill, next to the Roadside Event Center in Huntley. The Blue Cat, it's where it's at.
Oh my God! I need more coffee.
When Paul's talking to the computer, that means something's coming. Chilly again today, 36 degrees, but that is more seasonal for where we are this season, first day in November. Played Suspicious Minds. This is the anniversary of that song going to number one, 1969, and they said it was his last number one song, and it was probably his last rock number one, but he put out a country album that had some number ones on it.
I'm gonna go home.
Hey, I got some news about tomorrow. They are going to do the taco bar again at the Roadside Event Center, and because there will be the demand, there will be an additional bar outside.
Well, it's going to be packed.
It is.
It's going to be busy. It's the party of the century, and they know it. We know it. We can just tell. Mark and I get the feel every year about it, and this year everybody wants to win.
This one feels, if it can be more special than the others, that's how it feels this year.
We had more people this year that actually were trying to buy it that couldn't get it, that have signed up.
Right.
So,
well, Paul, there's a lot of people that listen to us that are a lot like you and I. What the hell you mean I can't buy it? I want to buy it.
Yeah, I got a critic. I'm good. I got the money. Sorry. Yeah, that's right.
We're full. Sorry.
Yeah. And on our trip, we don't give you one of those little black beepers with the red lights in the circle that go around when your trip is ready. We don't give you one of those.
No.
It's like when you go somewhere and they say, well, we're out of prime rib. I hate that.
Yeah.
Well, I came to the restaurant to get prime rib. Your restaurant. Yeah, well, we're out.
And everything that you say after, well, we also have, does not interest me. I didn't come here for that.
You know why you have that? I'll tell you why. Because nobody wants that.
Right.
Yeah, I know it.
If anybody wanted it, you'd be out of that too.
Yeah, that's right. So, well, I know they have, they already have plenty of parking for the limousines that'll be pulling up. The spotlights are there and in place. The red carpet is out. The velour red velvet crowd barriers are in place with the gold pylons. I know that the National Enquirer, Vogue, Esquire magazine, People magazine, the photographers are already there with their cameras and lights, getting ready to take pictures of all the celebrities as they walk in and stand by the Big Flakes Trip moniker. So, should be a good party. I think you folks are really, really, really going to like the last little, how should I say, adventure that we'll have at the end to get the last person up on stage.
Okay.
Just a note. If we only have one more left, and you start leaving because you think there's no way this is going to be me, you better not leave. I'm just saying. So that's all I'm going to tell you about that one.
Oh, hey, also big news. You've got 2.5 minutes to get to your local convenience store for Montana Millionaire tickets.
Oh, they go on sale? At 5:30?
At 5:30.
You can start gambling at 5:30?
For this one, you can.
Wow. Oh, my God. I'm not standing in line to buy a lottery ticket.
No.
I don't care. I'd stand in line to win the Flakes Trip. If you got about a 1 in 300 chance, that's a great chance.
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't
your odds of that are a little better than the Montana Millionaire.
Yeah, way better. Way better. I cannot find that damn battery.
Still?
But while I was looking, I did find my old Hitachi drill, and it still had its battery and charger, so I'm going to use that as backup.
Okay.
I've looked every damn where. You know, it could have fallen off my service truck or something.
Yeah.
I'm going to find it someday, and it's going to drive me crazy. But
well, it wouldn't make any sense, but to do all your tools. But I've got the little tracker things.
Yeah.
From my different car keys, because I'm me, and I lose my car keys now.
Yeah.
So you can find them with the app.
You know where your tools are. They're the same place they were when you moved 23 years ago. They're exactly the same place. You did use a wrench when you put on the new shower head.
Yeah, I used that. I have specific wrenches for oil changes.
Okay.
And then when I had the Can-Am, you had to have a torque spit to get the filter out of that one.
Okay.
That's why I sold it.
See, just forget that. I'm going to do it. Jeez. Oh, boy. Folks, these news media outlets, they just kill me. I mean, they just tear me apart when I read their crap, and nobody holds them accountable. They lie so much. First of all, today's editorial from Mary Sheehy Schmo,
Who gets something every Friday.
I never thought I'd see another presidential campaign like the one Trump conducted in 2016. But now, here we go again on steroids. You're a witch.
Yeah.
I wish she'd come in here. You're a witch. And then, I don't know how the Billings Gazette could put this on their front page when it is a blatant lie. It is totally 100% false. They know it. They picked it up, and they carried it. The headline says this. Harris denounces comment, and this is what they printed. Trump said he would protect women from abortion, like it or not. And he said nothing like that. Nothing at all when he was talking about protecting women. Nothing like that. President Trump was talking about the border. He was talking about all of these awful deaths that we have seen in America from the immigrants and the illegals. If you've heard his speech, you heard him talk about their prisoners, the people out of mental institutions, their convicted convicts that they're all dumping in our country. And he talked about Laken Riley and others. He said they're raping our women, and he said we need to protect our women. He was talking about protecting them from the illegals coming across the border. It's there. You can listen to it yourself. You can make your own judgment, and yet the Gazette prints this. Trump said he would protect women from abortion, like it or not, and he said nothing at all like that. Nothing. Not one thing he said like that. Is a blatant lie. I would sue them. By the way, he's suing CBS.
Oh, really?
For $10 billion. For altering comments, all that kind of stuff. You want more? You want more about your media and your press, folks? I had to search for this today, but I found it. You won't see this in your paper on Commie Q2 or the other ones in town. Headlined, and folks, this is AP, all right? The most, if not one of the most liberal news organizations in the country. AP story. I finally found it. I had to dig. Oh, Wilson, they had this buried like a cat turd in a box. White House altered the record of Biden's garbage remarks, despite a stenographer's concern. What? Oh, yeah. White House press officials altered the official transcript of a call in which President Joe Biden took a swipe at the supporters of Donald Trump, drawing objections from the federal workers who are tasked with recording the president's remarks for posterity. You know, everything the president said is recorded.
Right.
Then the White House found themselves scrambling to respond to a wave of queries from reporters after Biden referred to Trump supporters as garbage. White House officials altered the official transcript. That's right, altered it. The White House released a transcript. However, they rendered this quote with an apostrophe where it shouldn't have been, to tone down the meaning of his blatant labeling of every American who doesn't support him or Kamala Harris. That's right, folks. The change was made after they conferred with the president, Joe Biden. Oh, yeah, change that. Now, Nora O'Donnell, that dimwit, MSNBC, all of them all said this was a gaffe, taken out of context, blah, blah. And the White House altered it for them. They're just as bad. The supervisor, who was in charge of recording all this for posterity reasons in the White House, called the press's office's handling of this matter a breach of protocol. I mean, folks, what more do you need? The edit came because the White House was scrambling to respond to the wave of backlash from Biden's comments calling Americans garbage. Garbage. White House Senior Deputy Press Secretary Andrew Bates that evening also posted on X the edited version of the quote. The edited version of the quote. He said, regardless of the urgency, it's essential to our transcripts, authenticity and legitimacy. The White House staff is not allowed to rewrite or edit the words of the President of the United States to be more politically on message, according to the people who are in charge of recording the transcripts. Folks, what a piece of crap. These people, how much more evidence do you need, folks? Just like that headline. Trump said nothing about abortion when he was talking about protecting these women from the schmucks that are coming in across our border. It said nothing of the sort, and they print that. They print it, Mark.
Win at all costs, Paul.
I know.
They don't care.
Down in Colorado yesterday, the Secretary of State, who should have been fired years ago because of the debacle in 2020, she released the password to all the voting machines in Colorado. The password to get into the voting machines to tally the votes. Said it was a mistake.
My God.
Our spooktacular October isn't over yet at the Roadside Event Center and the Blue Cat Bar and Grill in Huntley. Plan to be at the Roadside Event Center Monday, October 28th for Halloween trivia with Dave Austin starting at 6:30. And mark your calendars for December 7th for the Huntley Christmas Stroll and December 23rd for Classic Christmas Movie Trivia. There's always something happening at the Roadside Event Center and the Blue Cat Bar and Grill in Huntley, just 9 miles east of the Metro Park exit.
Yeah, what the hell, folks? Get out there, vote early, overwhelm them. Make it impossible to rig, cheat. You just have to. Make it too big to rig, overwhelm them, throw them out. Everything they touch. And so Trump, he's suing 60 Minutes. They edited comments of Kamala Harris. When he talked about the Hunter Biden laptop, Leslie Stahl had an orgasm. First one she's had in 30 years. Said, oh, that's blatantly false. We can't. What are you talking about, Trump's go? The FBI's got it. You know, he's suing them. Good. I wish we all had those resources to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no kidding.
Blatant lie. A blatant lie. And they printed it today. They printed it. You got the White House doctoring his comments. It's crazy. It's just nuts. And then you have She-He Schmo in here, write her crap. Two opinions in the paper today, one from Tester and one from Sheehy. Tester says, the Montana we love is at stake. You're right, it is. We're losing our freedoms right and left in Montana. You're a phony and a fraud. You're so far up Chuck Schumer's ass, you don't know which way to come out. Well, I'm sorry, but he is. And he's a piece, too. We need to take control of the Senate so we can get the Senate leadership back. I'll be glad when it's over.
Everybody will be glad when it's over.
And I hope we can all breathe a sigh of relief as we try to straighten out America again. It's awful, the direction we're going.
Well, I got this in, Paul. Let me give you something that'll cheer you up. Montana Millionaire tickets, 16,490 sold in the first 5 minutes.
That'll cheer me up. Can't make it to work by 8.
That's right. You're exactly right.
You can't make it to work by, but you can get to the convenience store at 5:30. You losers. Unless, of course, you're up going to work anyway.
Right.
I mean, that's a different story.
Right.
I mean, I get that. You're at the Mark and I see them all the time on the way to work. People at convenience stores are getting coffee, filling up with gas, filling up their skid steer loader. I love those people.
Right.
Pick one up while you're there. That's different. That's a different animal. Different animal there. So far, early voting in the United States has picked up dramatically. Close to 65 million people have already voted.
Wow, good.
Yeah, we're going to be up close to 50% by the time Election Day rolls around, so that's good. And, God, I see this stuff, and it just angers me because these people get away with it all the time. They get away with it so much, and it's nuts. You like this current administration's foreign policy, folks? You like what they've done? You like what Kamala and Kamala have done for the world? This place is a wreck, this world. U.S. is calling on China to use their sway over Russia and North Korea. They have now joined forces. They're turning this war into a world war. North Korean guys are now going to hit the battle lines and shoot and try to kill Ukrainians and Western allies with the Russians, folks. Under Biden and Harris. That's right. Heading to the front lines. Here's another headline today, foreign policy headline under the Biden-Kamala Harris regime. You like this one? North Korea Now, they sent their troops over there to fight. Now, North Korea is boasting that their new intercontinental ballistic missile is the world's strongest missile. Experts who are assessing it saying, though, it's too big to be useful in a war situation. It's the Swang-19, North Korea, Kim Jong-un. Now, first of all, this shouldn't surprise you that this little potbelly pervert who's about 5'3" wants to let the world know that he has the largest missile out there. Okay? That should not surprise anybody.
I think I know which pickup was yours
I've
outside.
got the biggest, largest missile out there, folks. This is me, Kim Jong-un. Largest missile. Yeah. The color and shape of the exhaust flames suggest the missile uses a preloaded solid fuel. That makes it harder for these weapons to pinpoint locations. It's 28 meters long, okay? That means this missile is 92 feet. That's the distance in Major League Baseball between home and first base, and add 2. Most ICBMs that we have in the U.S. and Russia are only, the biggest ones we have are only 66 feet. This is 33% larger. This is what's happening under this administration, folks. These rogue nations are going rogue. They have been paid no attention to. Their foreign policy, how can you Democrats be happy with the current administration's foreign policy? We got threats from all over the world now. War everywhere. Oh, yeah. North Korean claims about its weapon capabilities have been met with skepticism. Yeah, skepticism. Skepticism. Well, when we do most colonoscopies, this little Valium that we're going to give you, it usually relieves most of the pressure. Skepticism. Who wants to take that chance? North Korea's program is a major regional security concern. They're threatening to use them against South Korea, the U.S., and Japan. You have to take these threats seriously, folks. Observers said they did a test launch yesterday, and it was their first ICBM test in almost a year. They're trying to grab American attention. See, that's what they want. That's what he wants. Trump gave him the attention he wanted.
Right.
He went over there. He visited. He walked into North Korea with Kim Jong-un. Told him about the economic opportunity they had with their shores and their beaches, beautiful coastlines, trying to smooth things out between the North and South. And what has the Biden and Harris administration done with that little potbelly pervert? Nothing. He's ready to attack. He's helping Russia kill Ukrainians now. What do you think this is going to be like over the next 4? It's going to be awful. Just think, folks, your sons and daughters are at stake here.
Everybody is.
Our cities, everything. You haven't lived through one, so you don't know what it's like. Keep voting for him. Marry Sheehy Schmo. Let's talk about foreign policy with you liberal witch. The Trump campaign. Notice how she talks about the Trump campaign of 2016. How come Mary Sheehy Schmo didn't talk about Hillary Clinton paying $9 million for a phony Russian dossier to appear that the Russians rigged the election?
Exactly.
They found her. All that was false. Proven false. $9 million bribed this person to release that story and information. Where's Sheehy Schmo's comments on that, you loser? Nothing. Folks, use your head. Get them in early. Yesterday, I started opening all of my property tax statements, Wilson.
Yeah.
And by the time I got through statement number 24, I think, we got to do something there, folks.
Yes.
I'm glad that legislator said she would pick up my idea about exemptions for people 65 and older, because it's just as if they've lived in their homes for 20 years and there's certain income levels, you shouldn't have to pay those anymore. All of that stuff, almost all of it is school related anyway.
Right.
And your kids have already been there. You've already paid. They're already gone. And these people are on limited incomes. We talk to them all the time. So I just randomly selected 2 of my tax statements from 2 different school districts. This one was a half section of ground. All right. And Let me see here. Hold on. And these are all the things that are in that half section. Half section, folks, so you know, that's 320 acres. Okay? These are everything that they charge you a tax for in that half section. Bridge, county planning, the extension service, the general fund, liability and property insurance, the library, mental health, the Metra, and county fair, of which, by the way, folks, you are taxed from Metra and the county fair on every property tax statement that you have. So if you have 10 or you have 20 or 30, you're charged on every one of them. The county museum, permissive medical levy, public health, public safety, the county attorney's office, public safety for mental health, public safety for the sheriff, the road tax, the senior citizens elderly activities, weed control, Big Sky Economic Development Authority, the cemeteries where you're at, and then the school district, of which this one falls in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Our spooktacular October isn't over yet at the Roadside Event Center and the Blue Cat Bar and Grill in Huntley. Plan to be at the Roadside Event Center Monday, October 28th for Halloween trivia with Dave Austin starting at 6:30. And mark your calendars for December 7th for the Huntley Christmas Stroll and December 23rd for Classic Christmas Movie Trivia. There's always something happening at the Roadside Event Center and the Blue Cat Bar and Grill in Huntley, just 9 miles east of the Metra Park exit.
19, 20, 21 different taxes for the school. 21. The bus reserve, technology, general fund, debt service, building refund, transportation, technology, tuition, accredited high school fee, general fee, all of that. All of those. Now, all of that, folks, that you are all taxed per statement.
That's not right.
Here's another one I have at a different school district. Same thing. Different one. Bridge, county planning, extension, general fund, liability, property insurance, library, mental health, metric, the Metra, county fair, museum, permissive medical levy, public health, public safety for the county attorney, mental health, public safety, sheriff, public safety, road, senior citizens, elderly activities, weed control, Big Sky Development. This is on every statement that you have. Garbage, cemetery. Then in this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 school charges, state equalization, aid, university mileage. They charge you on your taxes for mileage fees that they pay out to university people for traveling. You get paid. You have to pay for that. Vocational, all that kind of stuff. Folks, all this on every one of your statements. Every single one of them. Plus, if you own a business and own the property, you don't get to vote.
That's the biggest.
And you know what else, folks? If you have a business or own property in all of the other school districts that you own, you don't get to vote on those. You only get to vote where you live. When I had that house in Bozeman, I was paying a lot of taxes up there. I didn't get to vote on whether they went up or not. Folks, keep voting for much of the same, though, all right? Yesterday, we made the point. Your vote matters, and it matters in all of the elections, not just Kamala and Trump or Tester or Sheehy. It matters on your city council. It matters for your governor. It matters in your state legislators. It matters in the Supreme Court. It matters for city council. It members of the school board. Those votes matter on all of these issues. All of them, folks. Can you imagine me reading that list to George Washington and Ben Franklin?
No, it's gotten out of hand. It's just another $10 a year. It's just another $20 a year.
Right. On all of those.
Right.
Per statement.
Yeah.
And before you can pay all that, the state takes out your income tax. The state, you're paying Social Security, Medicare, some other goofy-ass tax. I don't know what it is. Federal income tax. They take all of that tax out of your wages, and then with what you have left, then you have to take what you have left, and then you pay all of these property taxes. And folks, that's why every day you work from 8 until noon every day just to pay everyone else but yourself. And you people keep checking the D's in the boxes. You only get to keep from 1 to 5.
Right.
And it's getting worse and worse every year. Keep voting for him. Keep voting for him. I'm in here swinging every day for you folks. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help the American family, parents, our country, our nation, our state by giving you this information. We're trying to have you. We're trying to wake you up. Nope, you're a piece of crap. I get called all that all the time. I don't care. I don't care. Country's building these huge missiles and... Man, we get the jobs report today. As soon as we get the numbers, I'll go over them for you from the Labor Department. I'm not going to listen to them. Well, we already see they doctor them all up. Got a fake headline in the front of the paper today about Trump and abortion. He's had nothing of that. Nothing. We get this thing from the White House. Biden, they altered his garbage speech. We're getting that. So what do you think they're going to do with the labor numbers today? They're already, all week long, they were going to say these numbers will be... they're not going to really be a true analysis of what our labor market is because of they've laid that seed all week long. Boeing's on strike, so it won't get. That has nothing to do with it. They're not even in the unemployment rolls. That has nothing to do with hiring. Your votes matter. Los Angeles County. Yesterday in Los Angeles County, their elected officials filed a lawsuit against Pepsi and Coca-Cola, saying they've misled the public about their plastic bottles and downplayed the negative impacts of plastic. Coca-Cola and Pepsi, they own Dasani, Sprite, Gatorade, Mountain Dew, a lot more. They have now been ranked by them as the world's top plastic polluters 5 consecutive years in a row. Their bottles are designed to be recycled and remade, can include up to 100% recycled plastic. They don't care. They're suing them. Pepsi uses 2.5 million metric tons of plastic a year. Coca-Cola produces approximately 3.2 million tons of plastic. According to the group, break free from plastic. Put down all the plastic in your phones and everything. People don't understand what plastic has done for the world.
Yeah.
The world.
Take a look around the inside of your car.
They've been marked. They all took environmental studies at UM or Berkeley or someplace. They've all been brainwashed.
That's right.
All been brainwashed. I saw something the other day that was sent to us here. I forget where it was. Singapore, one of the most modern, efficient cities in the world. Singapore recycles 100% of all their garbage. 100% of all of it. They don't have a dump like we got down here. One that goes into these big centers. They separate it. There's compost, there's metal, there's wood, there's fabric, there's plastic, there's steel, aluminum. Everything is all separated, goes into all these different piles. They grind it, they recycle it, they use it to generate electricity with scrubbers and burner. The most efficient country around. We have that technology. We can do it. But we don't. You know why? Because we're spending billions of dollars on things like illegal immigrant housing.
Yes, we are.
Wars in the Ukraine. Oh, yeah. All these things that we're spending trillions of dollars on. We could have set these up all around the United States. Use it in road material. Oh, yeah, we don't do that, though. Not here. No, we just sue them. California's got a 71% bottle recycling rate. That's the highest in the country. They said 179,000 tons of plastic waste leaked into the ocean and land in California. How do they... Well, obviously, it's not there anymore if you weighed it. It's just an estimate. That's just an estimate. Nobody hates garbage and pollution more than me. I deal with it a lot. I've got highway frontages. I've got county roads. Folks, you can't believe the crap that comes my way. Dogs, horses, couches, tires, branches, anything that people can dump, they dump. So they're going after the companies. What do you think that'll do to the cost of your groceries? How come there's never gouging in suits? Price gouging. That dimwit. When profit margins are 3.5% for grocery stores, she's not going to do anything about price gouging there. That's not price gouging at all. It's inflation. What do you think would happen to the cost of that stuff, your water and Pepsi and all those products, if these people would win billion-dollar lawsuits against these companies? Jobs would be lost.
Yeah.
Stock value would be lost. All of that kind of stuff. People don't get it. They're nimwits. That's a cross between a dimwit and a Nimrod, in case you didn't know.
That's a different cross than I thought we were going to
Well,
get.
yeah, but I can't use some of the other ones. So this nonprofit group called Earth Island Institute, they filed lawsuits against Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Nestle, Procter & Gamble, and 6 other companies to make them clean up the waste. And they're not throwing them out.
No.
They're not the ones responsible for the litter. There's a difference between, litter. Mm-hmm. They make a recyclable project. They're not the ones tossing them out the window.
Right.
But that's where we're at. A group in New York sued them last November because there was plastic ending up in Lake Erie. But they're not the ones putting it in Lake Erie. They put it in packages in your grocery store. Mm-hmm. That's where they put it. Or in your convenience store.
Well, and a couple of things. This must be one of the deals where the company suing is not responsible for court costs if they lose the case.
Yeah.
Okay, you didn't want it in glass bottles. You didn't want it in plastic bottles. How would you like it?
Yeah.
You want big sacks?
Should we just hook an IV right into your veins so your ass gets fatter by the week from drinking 19 Pepsis a day? Mm-hmm. They're not the ones littering. They deliver it. People buy it. They're the ones. And all these groups, folks, they're all funded. They're all funded by these big donors, George Soros and others, and they fund them. They don't have to worry. They're not paying attorney fees.
No.
These groups aren't. This money has been given to them for their cause. You know how many plastics are used in the medical industry, folks? Plastics that we use to save lives. They don't care about stuff like plastic. Just eliminate all of them. Get back to the Stone Age. It's crazy. There'll be an article on that in the paper tomorrow or Monday. They're always late anyway, but wonder how they'll spin that. Mm-hmm. Oh, well. We got to get stuff ready today for the big party. We got to make sure we have our ping pong balls, and that's my biggest worry. I don't know how many times Mark and I count the ping pong balls to make sure there's exactly 50 of them in there.
Because it's important.
Yeah, we don't want to get down to the final 2 people out there and still have 3 ping pong balls left. Oh, that would be bad.
That would be bad.
Oh,
it's a simple thing,
yeah.
But it's a very, very important
thing. You think yelling at the refs is bad. It's very, very important, because after we award the lanyards, then we get everybody's number is in there on a ping pong ball. It's like the lottery, and we pull the ping pong balls out, and the last ping pong ball in there, coinciding with the lanyard that you have, is the winner of the trip. That's how it works. Now, getting one of those, you have to work for them sometimes, and we're going to do more of that, give more people an opportunity. So, it's not like any of you that are standing in line at convenience stores to buy Montana Millionaire tickets, but...
I just saw a post from a gal. She was 9th in line, got her ticket, came back out, more than 100 people were there.
You're kidding me! Why, Wilson? What the hell, folks?
And remember, it wasn't that long ago, this particular promotion, they were really pimping it at the end because they weren't selling all the tickets.
Yeah, that's the story of America right there. Mm-hmm. The whole story of America are the people waiting in line at the convenience store to get what they need for their whole life. That's the story. That's where it's changed. Now when the new Costco opened up, there were no people standing in lines to fill out the applications for all the new employees that they needed because it was a much larger store.
Right.
Nope. But when the Montana Millionaire tickets go on sale, they're in line at 5 a.m. for that one. That is crazy.
Already sold 100,000 tickets.
100,000 tickets already. It's 6:09. I need a break.
You do. Oh, but it started with yelling at the computer at quarter after 5.
I need a break. I need a break from the world. Yesterday was so nice and peaceful. I'm down there by my cows, and I check waters. I'm working on my little cabin shed down there, and I hear the pheasants going, and it was just it was so nice. It was just so nice. And you come in here and you just scratch your head, but it'll all be over soon. We'll all be 6 feet under, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, and that's the thing I worry about is what are we going to leave? What are we going to leave behind? What kind of a mess are we going to make for our children? children that they have to clean up. 100,000 tickets
143,000.
already. What are those? Are those $20 a piece? I think they're $20 a piece.
20 or 25.
Yeah, something like that. So. Well, at that rate, and weren't they? How many were they going to sell? They were going to sell 1 million, or they were going to double it this year, weren't they? Yeah, they were going to. I think they were going to double the amount they were going to sell.
$20 a piece, selling 500,000 of them.
500,000. Well, at that rate, they'll be gone by 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
they'll be gone by 8 o'clock. And I'll guarantee you. Never mind.
I'd kind of like to hear it.
Never mind.
Okay.
Some of those people are going to be late for work. And you know why?
Well, I had to be at the convenience store this morning at 5:30.
That's exactly right. Well, the line, it's not my fault they're slow selling the tickets. Oh, jeez.
Okay, I'm going to go see if I can find a chill pill for Paul.
Do that, Wilson.
First news coming up.
The Breakfast Flakes podcast brought to you by the Blue Cat Bar and Grill, next to the Roadside Event Center in Huntley. The Blue Cat, it's where it's at.